Hey everyone! Welcome back to Sip and Chat, where we spill the tea on life lessons. I'm Anna.
And I'm Angela.
And welcome back to this episode of To My Younger Self.
Mm-hmm.
Where we talk about advice that we would give the young us back some years.
The baby us. How cute, how sweet.
It's a lot of advice to give.
A lot. Until what age would you give this?
I honestly think I would give this advice to my 15-year-old self.
Okay, so a teen age range. Okay, I would too. I feel like that's a good time for our younger self to receive that advice.
Yeah, because I feel like that's where we start really filling in the identity side of us, kind of.
I agree. So, what advice would you give?
I think one is don't cut your hair. Don't do it yourself. I tried to give myself bangs when I was younger. Did not look good. I mean, it still looked okay, but good Lord, they were not it. Don't do it.
Well, that's some courage. How old were you when you cut your hair?
16.
I mean,
I watched it on Despierta America. If anybody has ever watched Despierta America, I don't know if you ever seen where they would have the guy that would come. Yeah. Well, me, myself, and I said, I got this. It looks easy. I can do this. No, it did not. Which I was really lucky because I've always had such long hair. I cut it right here. So I'm glad that it only reached up to here.
Okay.
So when the lady fixed my hair, she was able to at least fix it out nice enough that it was.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little short, but it wasn't
too short.
Yeah, I just kind of put my hair up completely up for a while because it was pieces were a little short. I was like, oh, but don't do it. Don't cut your hair. It doesn't matter what you're going through, and it doesn't matter how easy it looks. Don't do it.
Yeah, it looks super easy. Even now, I see some TikTok videos, and I'm like, I can do that, but no, I cannot. So I try not to touch my hair right now. If I want to get it cut, I go get it cut. Plus, we have an amazing hairdresser.
Yes, if you need an amazing hairdresser here in the Dunn area, we know Miss Jasmine.
And she finally opened her page.
So find her on Instagram. We will link her on our YouTube page. So if you want to, get your hair done.
Yep.
She's really good. Trust me, she made my hair grow too, y'all. I'm not even playing.
She's cut my hair and it grew in a month.
Yes. Some people's hands are just magic. That's hers. So if you want good haircut, you want good hair color, she got you.
She does. So one advice I would give my younger self would be to try and take care of your health at an earlier age.
That's a good one.
Yes, because I feel like right now, so I'm 31 years old, and I remember when I was younger, my mom would always be like, don't walk barefoot on a hard surface. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Take care of yourself. And I feel like I didn't. I was like, oh, nothing will happen. And now that I'm older, it's catching up.
I feel like a lot of the things that my mom used to say as well, it was kind of dang, you were right.
She was right.
Just she would always tell me, don't wash the dishes with hot water. But that's one of the things that if I'm gonna wash dishes, I'm gonna wash it with hot water. And I don't ever put gloves on because I feel like I can't wash dishes with gloves on. But now, because she would tell me, when you get older, you're going to feel it. And now I feel like I feel it mostly in my fingers sometimes. And I'm like, maybe you were right. Or
I've actually never heard that one.
Yeah, my mom used to always tell me, don't do it with hot water. You're going to mess up. I don't know what she would say, but I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wow. Okay.
Or the whole don't walk barefooted. Oh my God.
I heard that all the time.
So annoying. If I ever got sick, it was my phone's fault. Or because I slept with my hair wet, which now I do believe y'all, because sometimes I do be getting sick and I'm like, okay, why am I sick? And then I'm always like, is it because I slept with my hair wet? I don't know.
Or when you sleep with the fan on?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That too.
But yeah, there's, what's another advice that you would give yourself?
So another advice, if I could go back in time and give my younger self, would be to save money at an earlier age range.
Oh, yes.
Because it is so important. So important. And I realized that, especially when I got married.
I will say, I think I was really good with money, younger self me. Okay. I feel like the advice that I would give younger self me is never lose it, because I felt like once I got married, I became really bad at it. I don't know if it was the whole, because we were both building everything from the grounds up. So, we were both putting into it, but then we got to a place where, my husband covers everything. I honestly, like, any bill I cover, it's because honestly I got myself into it. It's not really a necessity. It's more of a want. Yeah. But I feel like I've gotten like too loosely with that. Okay. Like my wants have won over more than necessities. Yeah. And now I'm kind of like,
I wanted too much.
Yeah. I think another advice that I would give myself would be to understand that failure is not everything. That is not the end of the world. That is not, the end of that way. That failure means success at the end of the day. Because I do remember one of the things that I had the hardest time is to have setbacks or have like fail, things that I did or anything, and then I would spiral. Like it would just be like, to me, it's like the end of the world. Like this is it. It's over, and it would be just like a whole emotional like thing that I would have. I feel like if I could tell you my younger self and be like, no, your failures are what's setting you up for success. I mean, you have to fail and be able to walk and run. So my younger self could see that and be like, no, it wasn't so bad, trust me. But
yeah, sometimes when we're younger, we do see that failure as something terrible.
Yes.
But in the long run, that's something that actually helps us, because we learn, we grow from that experience, we grow from that lesson, and maybe it taught us whether we liked what we went through or not. So it's like a learning curve.
Yeah.
But we don't see it, of course, that way.
No, we see it as, oh my God, I'm so dumb, the kind of thing. And it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But I do, my younger self, it's okay to fail. It's not the end of the world. Just get back up.
Which, pigging back off of that, I would also give an advice to my younger self to speak kindly to myself. Or speak more kindly to myself.
It's a good one.
Because I feel like with like the one you said, that sometimes we see failure as something terrible, we tend to speak bad about ourselves to ourselves. Yeah. Like, oh, you're such a failure. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't go to this school. You didn't go to this place. You didn't get this friendship or this relationship.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you go that route, you start to speak bad to yourself.
Yes.
And that's not true. You are not a failure. Yes, you might be going through a season that is hard when you're younger. Maybe it's not super harsh, because we do tend to see things like 10 times bigger.
Yes.
But in reality, it's not that big. I would certainly tell myself that it's not that big. You will live. You will continue.
You will make mistakes.
Yes.
And bigger mistakes than others. Trust me.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just going to help you.
Yeah. I feel like that is a good one. Because, just thinking back to my younger self, I'm over here like, dang. We are the harshest person on ourselves is you. Like, you are the person who sets yourself back so much. Because at the end of the day, like, the person who looks in the mirror is going to be you. So being kind and giving yourself grace. That's the thing. It's just giving yourself grace. Because at the end of the day, you're just learning.
You're growing. You're developing.
Yes.
You're maturing.
And some things are not textbook learned. Some things are learned through life. Mm-hmm. I can't expect for you to understand it could be textbook, but I don't expect people to understand the translation off a text up to actually feeling the emotion or the actual problem that's going on. Because those two different things. Like, I can read you something all day long, but could I understand it in a real personal view? No, because emotionally, I've never gone through something like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's one of the things that, I would tell myself as well. Like, give yourself grace.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Yeah. Because even the Lord gives us grace every single day. Why not give it to ourselves,
I know. It's crazy though, because on my day, half the things that you do, like, God be doing it, but you be over here. Right. Like, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think another one for me would be to value your relationships. Mm-hmm. Because I do feel that I did not value my relationships as much younger me. So I would tell my younger self, like, value every friendship you've had. Value every enemy you've also had. Because honestly, even your enemies have shown you your true self. How you are, what you like, what you don't like, your boundaries, what you demand as respect. Like, value every relationship you had, no matter if it started and ended at one point, but value it. Because at the end of the day, you have learned through every season, through every relationship, who you are. And it's created who you are, whether we like it or not. Mm-hmm. Even your enemies create who you are. Whether they build you up or sometimes they have to dismantle you so you can touch earth again and be like, okay, I need to get myself together. But I think the biggest relationship that I would say to value the most would be the ones with my parents. Oh, yeah. Because I feel like I took that for granted when I was younger. The older I am now, the more I'm starting to realize a lot of things. And it's like, dang, like, I took my parents, relationship with me for granted. I mean, they're still here on earth and I, value them every day, but
thank God, right.
But it could be, a different story. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes we really do have to value that relationship, that connection that we have with our parents, whether we like it or not. Sometimes they say things that may hurt or, they may show you something that you might not like. But at the end of the day, sometimes they're trying to teach you or set you up for things that you're going to need in life. And sometimes the lessons that have to be taught aren't the easiest to receive either. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand that. I'm pretty sure on their end, they know that it's hurtful and they know that it's hurting, but they're doing it with the specific purpose of setting you up for life. Yeah. So I don't know, just value your parents, value the relationships around you, value your friendships. At the end of the day, you never know when you're going to need of that friendship ever again.
Another advice, sort of going based on the relationships, and what a little bit about what you spoke a few minutes ago, is I would also say an advice to my younger self is to give grace to your parent as well. Oh, yes. Because one thing I didn't understand when I was younger. So my dad, he's not a very emotional father. Yeah. He's not really I'll show you that I love you in me hugging you, kissing you, right? Or telling you words of affirmation. My dad, he shows his love by service. I worked, I provided the roof over your head, light, water, your bed. The essentials, yeah, the essentials, exactly. And I feel like when I was younger, I did not understand that. Because talking a little bit about what we spoke in one of our podcasts is sometimes we look at other people's relationships, father-daughter, or, daughter-mother, or whatever you might look at. But I would always be looking at other father and daughter relationships. So I would be like comparing and saying, why can't my dad be like this or act this way? But at the end of the day, he was also learning. You know, maybe that's what he saw growing up and that's what he knew. That's what maybe he grew up seeing, and that's how he was being now with his children. So I feel like understanding that, well, now that I'm older, and one day, you know, we're going to be parents, and I know there are things that I definitely want to break with, but then there are other things that I'll take from the relationship with my dad or any relationship that I'll implement into my children, you know, because it was something that helped me. It was something that was taught and that now I have value, but in the past I didn't, or I saw from a different perspective.
Yeah. We see that view from the toddler stage. I want to say because it's all about me. Like, you know, you don't see anybody else's perspective. You only see yours.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's why we commit so many mistakes. Just because we're not seeing the bigger picture the way that our parents have. And like you said, giving them grace and understanding where they're coming from as well could, you know, mean the world to them as well. Right. Not only to you, but to them. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, when you sit back and you reflect on all these things, you kind of like, dang, like, you know, I was lucky enough that my parents did this because I don't even know they did that for them or if they even got to experience that.
Too true.
Yeah, and then you're kind of sitting there like, dang, like, I was a butt. Like, not gonna lie. Sometimes I do sit back and think about that sometimes because I joke with my coworkers sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what I did to deserve this out of my students. I was not like this. Then I think back to my mom. And I'm like, dang, I feel bad for my mom. I said, good Lord. I think there was one day, I don't know. My babies, they tend to like want to roll their eyes at you sometimes. Like it burns everything in me. It really does. I can only imagine. Why are you rolling your eyes at me?
Who taught you that?
Yes. I'm like, and they do it with such an attitude, and it's just so enraging. And then I think back to my mom, and I'm like, dang, I feel bad for my mom. Now I understand where she was coming from and why she would get so upset when I did that. I'm like, she wasn't exaggerating. She wasn't. I'm like, it's just so annoying. And I'm like, I get it. I understand. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm sorry too.
But yeah, no. Giving your parents grace is a good one. I like that one. That one's good. For me, another advice to my younger self would be to trust timing. Because I was in such a rush to grow up. My young self was like, I want to grow up now. Now, looking back at things, I want to go back. I want to go back to where I didn't have to worry about certain things, where I came home, everything was ready. You know, I took a lot of things for granted. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I feel like just telling my younger self, be like, hey, take a breather. Time will work itself out. To understand that if I don't meet this deadline of what I want or how I want to do something or where I want to go with something, that it's okay. That there's a timing and a purpose for everything that you do. Yeah. Because I feel like I was very harsh on myself, especially when it came to wanting to be at certain areas at certain times of my life. I feel like my younger self was very pinpoint about, I want to do this by this age and this age and this age. And I feel like my younger self, whenever I would see that I wasn't getting there, it would really like upset me. So now looking back at it, I'm just like, to be honest, it's fine. Like
it would have been okay.
Yeah. I mean, you weren't even gonna lead in that direction at the end of the day. Yeah. So you're fine, girl, you're fine. But yeah, I feel like just telling my younger self, be like, hey, it's okay, just trust the timing. Let it be. And if there is a hiccup, if there is a pivot point, if there comes a climax where everything changes, it's okay. Yeah. Like change is good. younger self, change is good. Even though you don't like it, change is good.
It is. And let's see. Talking about the relationships that you said, I would give my younger self an advice that not every relationship or friendship will last forever.
Yes.
And that is okay. Like, the amount of times I feel like our younger self cried over a friendship, cried over a relationship that we thought it was the end of the world because they left.
Girl, yes.
But it's not the end of the world.
How embarrassing.
You are not going to die. Although,
it feels like it.
It does.
It feels like it. It feels so real.
And no matter if it's like a not specifically a relationship, like a friendship that you thought was going to be that BFF
forever.
Right.
Yes.
Like, I remember in middle school, my best friend at the time, she crocheted a picture of her and myself, and she put the name on it. It's so cute, and I still have it to this day, but we're not best friends. I don't know anything about her at this point in time.
I'm done.
And that's okay, She was my best friend, or we were in that relationship for the time we had to be.
Yeah.
And like you said, we have to trust timings. Although we don't understand it, although we cannot see past that line as our younger self, at the end, it'll all work out. You'll find better friendships, better relationships that maybe something was lacking in the past one. And that's why maybe they're not in this season of their life.
And that is okay.
And that is perfectly fine.
I think for me, friendships weren't an issue. Like, I could cut a friendship and move on without no problem. Did it hurt? Yes. But I could process it very well. The one time that I feel like I did, like, it sucked and everything, I feel like it was older me. It wasn't younger me. Okay. But I feel like older me was struggling with so much change happening in my life that I was trying to grasp on the conformity of what I was used to. So I was grasping onto a little bit, and then to lose that friendship, that honestly to me was like if it would have been a breakup, like if I would have had a divorce, y'all, like I ain't even playing. But this was older me. This was older me. This was not younger me. Younger me was okay.
Post-teens.
Yeah. Younger me was okay with making and losing friendships because for some reason I kind of did like meeting people. I didn't have an issue. Then again, thinking back to it, I really do feel like I had a lot of commitment issues. not gonna lie, but I'm like, okay. I'm like, it would explain the dating situation with me. I think maybe dating wise, there was only one person I ever cried for, but I do feel like in that timeline, I was going through a lot that a lot of people just did not know, nor did he know. And to add that on top of everything that was going on, it was just like my world was ending. Like, it was the one person that I thought was going to be like, the thing that did not change and stayed in place, when it falls apart too, and everything just kind of like seems so surreal, and it just makes it even worse. So I feel like that, and I feel like at the time I kind of had invested everything into that person, and I kind of, I didn't know how to be by myself at that moment in time. And honestly, I feel like because of that, I let a lot of things slide that weren't correct, and I knew that I didn't like, but because I was trying to please this other person, even though, even if it was going to cost me, like, the way that I felt about it, my beliefs, everything, I did not care as long as I could please that person.
Wow.
Which I do feel like that breakup was a blessing in disguise, in all honesty. Like, I will say that one, I mean, yeah, it took me out, but it was the greatest blessing that I had ever received. And the greatest eye-opener that I had ever gotten, that I realized that not everybody was around you for the right reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's sad, but that's the reality.
Yeah. But I do feel like protecting, if I could tell my younger self, protect your time, protect your peace, protect your boundaries.
Yes, yes.
If I could tell my younger self, protect your boundaries. I know you want to fit in. I know you want to hang out with them. I know you want to live the experiences that everybody is living, but protect the boundaries you have.
Yes.
Because those boundaries you in place, you didn't do it out of a limb. You did it because you strongly feel about certain things. And I'm not saying that some boundaries can't be changed and can't be pushed, because as you get older, you get more comfortable, you start learning more, and you start to maneuver things in a different way.
Yeah.
And that is perfectly fine. But whenever your boundaries and your gut is telling you, no, 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 I don't like this, or that is not what I would do, that is not how I act, that is not who I am, you need to respect that.
Yeah. Especially if it's something you morally believe is not correct.
Yes.
Pastor always says that, when you break, let's say, a boundary, talking about it in like a relationship wise, you have those boundaries for a reason.
Yeah.
And when you break those, there become soul ties.
Yes.
And taking this like in the spiritual realm, that soul tie is going to be hard to break. And I'm not saying it's impossible, because it isn't, but it's going to be hard. Like, you're going to have to pay a price to break that. But I definitely think a note to my younger self is that boundaries. Yeah. They are so important.
Yes.
Relationship wise, friendship wise too.
Yes.
Because, when you're younger, people are evil. They can take advantage of it. Use it for their own well-being.
Yeah.
And maybe try to bring you down.
Yeah.
As a person. But yes, I love that one. Yeah.
Boundaries, and to me, I feel like I speak a lot about boundaries, but because when I discovered boundaries, which was older me, it honestly opened up a whole world for me, that I kind of like finally found my footing and said, no, this is who I am. This is the way that I like to do things, and that is perfectly fine. And if you're not okay with it, then maybe we're just not meant to be together. Like, we're not meant to be friends. We're not meant to have the same, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like sometimes when we place boundaries, we feel like we're being rude. And you're not, as long as you're respectful and cordial to other people. Like, don't get me wrong. You can't just be ugly to other people either. Like, no. But setting a boundary is just telling that person, be like, hey, this is the way that I feel about this. You may feel about it a different way, and that's perfectly fine. As long as we can get along and be cordial and respect each other, then perfectly fine. But if you feel like you have to disrespect me in the way that I've already told you that I don't want to be disrespected, then maybe just call it quits. Because sometimes, because we don't want to be the person that confronts, we tend to hold back, and it's like, no, you're not doing yourself a favor. The only thing you're doing is making it worse on you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's feeling a type of way, and then it can turn into frustration. It can turn into anger. It can turn into depression. Like, you really don't know how it can affect you.
Right. And also about boundaries. Let's say that this friendship or this relationship isn't respecting your boundaries, and like you said, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to step away. Trust me, there will come someone that will respect your boundaries, that will respect your decisions, that will respect your preference, what you like. Yes. And the ones that didn't, like you said, thank you, next. Someone else will come that will respect that will value that in you too.
Yeah. I will say that my best friend, who I have as now, she is my friend. I love her. She is one of my besties. But like, my friend that I met since I was maybe the age of 17, I think the other day that we were doing our math, we have 11 years of friendship now.
Let me guess. She's an amazing friend. I love her.
My friend, I love her to death. But the thing that I love about her the most is that she has been able to respect me the way that I am no matter what. Mm-hmm. Me and her have not much in common, if I'm real honest. Like, yes, we might like the same kind of music, we might like certain little things here, but we are very different. We are very different people. We solve problems very differently. We approach things, very. Like, she will be the one that I will come and ask and be like, do you really think this is a good idea? Because if I follow my gut, I honestly feel like I'm going to get in trouble. And she will be the one to be like, no.
Calm down. Right there.
Yeah. But she's always been that friend that no matter what, she's been a friend. Like, there is no other way to describe it. Like, she's been a friend. No matter if she's given me the advice and I didn't follow it, she's been a friend. She's never
judged.
Yeah, turned her back, nothing. She's just always been a steady friend. And I have always appreciated that about her. I've always loved that about her. And boundaries is just one of them, that she really does respect me in a way that I have never seen anyone else do it. And I have learned that through her. And because of that, I also respect her boundaries. And I always try to make sure that I don't disrespect her in a way that she doesn't like, or even when it comes to, agreeing to disagree. Like, it's funny. We really do. Like, we will disagree on almost everything, but we're still chill about it. And it's like something that I don't see very much in a lot of friendships. And I'm learning for myself, and I feel like sometimes when I do meet people and they start, like, they'll say something, I'm like, well, no, I don't really feel like that about it, but okay, whatever. And I can always feel like that, you know how you can feel that little tense, like, tensity, and como que they don't want to talk to you anymore and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh well. I have someone that's taught me that that's okay. But
we should say her name.
1, 2, 3.
Anna. Oh, we love you so much.
Yes, we really do. Like,
I love her too.
I thank the Lord for her. Like, it's not even funny. Me too. Me and my husband actually have talked about her, because even in our, put it this way, the girl, she is not even married or anything. And even in our marriage, that girl has learned to respect our boundaries. She's never done anything to disrespect our marriage. And I've had friends that sometimes they step out a little bit out of line, and I'm like, okay, like, not too much, because this is still my marriage you're talking about. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
Or even with my husband, like, it's never been like a line that's ever been crossed there. And it's like, me and him, we talk about it. We're like, she's just always been that friend no matter what. And it just amazes us. And we're like, hey, like, I always tell God, I'm so thankful for the friend that you gave me. I'm so thankful, which I'm thankful for every friendship that I have, even to the day of today. Like, I'm thankful for each and every one of them, because y'all have offered me a different insight in different levels and different areas. And it's like, it's amazing. But with her, like, I just so love her so much. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I do too. I love you, Anna.
She's lying.
I've already told Anna something. I don't know if I should say it on here. I've told her if I was a guy, I would date her.
Oh my god.
I've told her.
I'm done with her.
But yeah, Anna, she's a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she is.
She's a beautiful soul.
Like, if you're ever lucky to be her friend, consider yourself lucky for real.
Yeah.
Because not everyone
is like that.
She is a ride and die, y'all. Like, I'm not playing.
Yeah. So another advice I would give my younger self is to trust that every difficult situation, every difficult season in your tiny little life will teach you something valuable. And even though you can't see it right now, it will teach you something. It will guide you to where you have to go. And a verse from the Bible that I really love, I only know it in Spanish, but it's basically that the lamp to my feet is the word of God. Lámpara a mis pies es tu palabra, ¿no?
Lumbrera mi camino.
Yes. Like, his word is going to guide you, but it is like visually like that lamp that is you're in a dark place, right? And that the word of God and your relationship with him is that light that is going to direct your steps, so that by God's mercy you don't trip and fall, and hurt yourself, or you don't trip and fall to the depth of a pit, but his word will guide you. And no matter the season you're going through, also give it to God. Like, anything you're feeling, anything you're thinking, any desire in your heart. One thing my mom always told me was to always pray that it be God's will and God's way at all times. And that is very deep if you think about it, because if you're saying God's will, God's way, it's not always going to be your desire, your desired way, but give it to God. He knows what he's doing. He knows what is best for you.
Yes.
And who better than him that knows everything about you, that knows you better than yourself?
Yeah. I will say that Bible verse is my favorite since I've been very young. It's one that I've memorized. So Psalms 119, 105, y'all. It's one of the things that when I talk to God, is one of the things that's always it always comes to the back of my mind, is that, he's always there guiding no matter what. Like you said, no matter the season, no matter what you're going through, no matter where you're at in life, like, he is there. It's okay. His light's gonna guide you. You just gotta, let him do it, even though you don't want to, but
right.
He will. I like that one. I think another one for me would be, to my younger self, would be live the experience. Don't hold back. I feel like for me, I would hold back sometimes. I'm not gonna say all the way through, but because there's some things I could have held back on. Like, there's some things I could have been like, no. But I think to my younger, older, almost self, live the experience. Don't hold back. Don't just say no because you feel that it's not for you, or you feel like you're not adequate for it, because you don't know what you might be adequate for. Like, you could, I'm being honest, there's things that I've seen that I'm like, no, that is way out of my league. And then when I start to do them, I'm like, oh, this ain't that bad.
Right.
So live the experience. Live, learn.
That's so old, right?
Took me back to what, 2012, 2013?
Probably.
But just live it. Just do it. Just experience it. Enjoy it. And if you fail at it, it's okay. I mean, there's bigger things we're going to fail at. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I think another one would be, every small thing can lead to a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And when I talk about this, for anybody out there who is young and is watching this, any small addictions can lead to bigger addictions.
Ooh, that's
Lived
so
it,
deep.
done it, don't do it.
That is so deep.
One time is not just one time. So to my younger self, one time is not just one time. It becomes an addiction, and pretty quick. And it can take a very big chokehold on your life. And honestly, I feel like if I could tell my younger self and be like, no, trust your gut. One time, it doesn't matter if it's for funsies.
Yeah.
No, the answer is no. Take care of yourself, because you really don't know.
What that'll bring.
Yeah, you just don't know. Like, I know some people be like, well, I'm not. Okay, that's good for you, but not everyone has that same,
mentality.
Yeah, or strength.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to get through certain things. And I'm just saying, if we talk about spiritually, there are things that we play around with and we end up getting stuck to. And spiritually speaking, they're very hard to break. And addictions is one of them, y'all. Addictions are not fun to deal with and they're not fun to break. So take care of yourself. And
yeah, because one thing is, the enemy will use that against you.
Small things are gateways. Yeah. A cigarette's a gateway. Weed is a gateway. Y'all, I'm not playing. Adderall is a gateway to bigger things, y'all. Like, it's not just
everything.
That.
Like a small little beer, right?
Yeah.
Will take you, I think that's how people become alcoholics. You start with one little one, and then that one once a week, then every other day, then every single day, then for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. It becomes so strong because it's a crutch that you start to use to get through life. The majority of the time that you will try things is one, whether you're looking for a high to have fun, or two, because you are going through something that is so devastating in your life that you find an outlet and you think this is it. And yes, in the moment, in that little bit of time, I'm not going to lie to you, it is an outlet. It is something that eases you, but that outlet doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
And then you don't get the same response every time. So that's where your more and more and more indifferent comes to play. So yeah, to my younger self, one is not for funsies. Let it go.
I like that. Well, I think a last advice I would give is everything will be all right.
Now, to my younger self, I think I would tell myself, yeah, go ahead. He's a good one.
I don't know. I feel like, I got married older. I got married when I was 29. I don't regret it, but I do tell my husband, I wish I would have met you sooner. And I wish we could have gotten married sooner, but God knows why.
Yeah.
God knows why my timeline happened the way it did.
See, and that's the thing. I've come back to, like, the timing, let timing be time. Because I feel like I do say that sometimes. I always talk about how I wish I would have waited till I was a little bit older, because maybe we wouldn't have gone through so many of the problems that we did go through. And our first, I'm not going to lie, our first maybe 6 years of marriage were horrible. They were hard. And it was like an uphill battle. But then again, sometimes I stay, thinking to myself, and I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I did get married young. I don't know. I said, in the end, I feel like if I wouldn't have gotten married at the time that I did, my path would have been a little bit different than what I'm looking at now. So I feel like it has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, we did learn a lot about each other through it. Not only that, to realize also how much it's meant to other people and the things that they've actually learned from it has been crazy to me, because I've never really realized that people actually took an interest, seeing who we were or whatever like that. But it'd be crazy sometimes the things that I hear, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but okay. No, but honestly, no, I think my last advice to my younger self is God is always right. No matter what, no matter how dark it looks, how shady it might look, or how scary it might is, but He is in control. He knows the reason why He put you there, and trust it and own it. Just own it. Own yourself. Let Him speak through you.
Yeah. And He will make a way.
Yes, He will. He will. Trust me. It is crazy the way that He makes ways.
And He will make it work for your life and for good.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a lot of advices, I don't know if whenever you do hear this podcast, think about the advices that you would give your younger self. It doesn't conclusion have to be your younger self. It could be your self from yesterday or yourself from the year ago, because we can always learn.
And we always change.
Yeah. Every day is a learning day. Every day is new, and there's always a lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
And take the time, reflect, learn about yourself, learn what you like, learn what you don't like. If something isn't working anymore, that's okay. Seasons change. You change. Some things are just not meant to be forever, and that is okay. The only thing that's meant to be forever is God.
Yeah.
And his love and mercy, just so y'all know.
And his word that never changes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, leave us in the comments what advice you would give to your younger self.
Or what advice would you give us for these podcast episodes? You know, just let y'all know. We hope that y'all have a very blessed week. And thank you for joining us on another episode here on Sip and Chat. Till next time.
Bye.